Autoline on the Road from CES is brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric. Make the move to mobility. Magna, science fiction thinking, automotive reality. And by Bosch, invented for life.
We've been talking to a lot of automakers at the CES show, but suppliers play a key role in all the technologies going on, and we've got a technologist, Swamy Kotagiri, the CTO of Magna. And what are you showing here at the show?
I think one of the objectives is just to show the building blocks of the common trends that everybody talks about, which is autonomous driving and electrification. As you see behind us, it's a car which is a demonstrator platform.
Well, let's walk over there. Come on.
I think
this one here, sure.
Yeah. We are talking about a technology demonstrator where we actually took an existing Tesla, but the e-machines, we have 3 motors, one in the front, 2 at the back. And the idea is to show the driving dynamics of what is possible. Basically not just give up the driving experience of a person who enjoys driving, not just the straight line dynamics, right? So that's one. So it's a way to demonstrate as the transition happens from a IC powered vehicles to full electrification, our portfolio that kind of fills, the entire gamut.
You've got to be able to do everything as a supplier, don't you?
Yes.
Well, let's go back over here. What are you demonstrating here with virtual reality goggles?
Yes, I think the product that we're talking really about is the radar, which is one of the main building blocks of making autonomy possible. We talk about the sensor suite, we talk about the brains, if you want to call it, the process, the compute, and then the actuation. So radar is one of these enabling blocks of the sensor suite. So in typical world, as we know it today, the radar is something that detects something and says there is something there. The Icon radar is the quantum leap from there, talking about, we call it an imaging radar, based on the amount of data that we have and the resolution and the range that it has, which is almost an order of magnitude better, can not only tell you that there is something, it can also tell you what it is, right? For example, you have a pedestrian and a stop sign. The current radar technology says there is a blob of things there that you shouldn't be going. Now we can actually differentiate and say there is a pedestrian and there is a stop sign. The other way to look at it is if you have a truck or a car under an overpass. In the past, because of the resolution, it used to show it as one entity. Now it actually differentiates the two. So we're getting to a much higher resolution.
Very interesting. And over here, what are you showing?
What you see here is the next piece of it when we talk about the domain controllers, which is the compute side of things, right? If you remember, we talked about the Max 4 platform making urban driving possible. And again, we always say that it's important to sense your environment, and if you see on the screens, you see the data points that you're collecting as you're going through, and this is the Max 4 as it was driving through the streets of Berlin. How do you take the data, how you localize it, what you do with the software, what do you do with the fusion? So that's that piece of it, right?
What's the role that Magna will play in this move? You're putting all the building blocks in place. I imagine automakers will want to buy those blocks, or are you going to have an entire turnkey system as well?
I think the idea is to demonstrate the entire turnkey system, but in most chances, one tier one will not get the entire system. But to be able to demonstrate that we have that actually gives you an edge. You might get a piece of it, but showing that you understand and know how to implement it is a big advantage.
Very interesting. Yeah, you've got to be able to show full systems capability,
Absolutely.
Even if you're not going to sell the full system.
Exactly, yes.
Very interesting. Anything else we should be covering here, Swamy?
I think we covered most of it, and one of the other things we always say is this is a great place to come across different companies, different ideas, and see how it starts impacting our industry. I don't think we can live by ourselves anymore. We are going to be impacted by what's happening around us. So whether it's compute, it's chips, it's sensors, it's AI, it's artificial decision making, and so on. So we're just here, kind of open for business policy. And the way we would like to say is take the ideas, help them scale and commercialize, and my favorite word is auto-qualify the technology and scale it.
Auto-qualify, I
Yes.
like that term. That's a good one. Swamy, always a pleasure talking with you. Thanks
Same
for your
here,
time
John.
today.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mitsubishi Electric can help you build heart-racing, awe-inspiring products with the quality you expect, exactly as designed, faster than you thought possible. We are Mitsubishi Electric. You know us for our quality. Get to know us for our innovation.